For the chalkboard technique, we'll need Whisper White ink. It's a craft ink, and we'll need some watermark ink, which I'm going to use VersaMark. It'll be really important to have an embossing buddy for our embossing part of our project. And you'll need some basic black cardstock and white embossing powder and a heat tool. I'm using two different stamp sets for this project. I'm using the Your Amazing stamp set for the elephant, and I'm also using the Pattern to Occasions stamp set, which you can get free with Celebration for the Celebrate and also for the Ferris wheel. To start with, we'll use our Embossing Buddy and just rub that all over. It gets it chalky, takes away any of the oils and moisture so that our embossing powder will only stick to the ink that we apply and not to fingerprints. So we'll ink that up with VersaMark, and we're going to stamp our elephant. You probably can't even see the stamped image at this point, but when we cover it with white embossing powder, you can see that where we've stamped. You take a little brush and brush away anything that's extra that you can't tap away. As you can see, embossing powder is a powder, and we want to turn it into a solid. So we're going to heat it, which is going to melt it. And then we'll move on to the next area. And you can see how magical that is. It changed from a powder to a solid. And see, it's shiny and raised, and that's how we heat emboss. But to do our chalkboard technique, we're going to stamp one more time. You'll want to clean your stamp in between because we don't want VersaMark on our Whisper White pad. Now we're going to stamp once again, but we want to move it just a little bit so it leaves a little bit of a shadow to give it that chalky look. So you can see how I've slightly upset that, and it just has a slightly chalky look. I also love it when I make a mistake and I can make it better. Inside, my stamp slipped. So I cut another piece of cardstock, and I went ahead and embossed the bottom and then stamped it again. And I like it even better than the first one because then I could also do the same thing on my envelopes and stamp my envelopes. So we have a lot of little images, and it was fun.